Valentine's Day is almost here, and we are visiting our friends at Serenity Gardens in Danville. And this is Mary. Mary, it's been a while since we visited.
Yes, it's been quite a few years. You were here for St. Patrick's Day last time.
Yeah, and you always have really fun recipes for everybody. And then later on, we're going to take a look at the tea room where you have it all decorated for the Valentine's Day. So let's get started. What are you preparing today?
So today we're going to make Pink Lady scones.
Ooh, how fancy.
And the reason they're called that is because we use Pink Lady apples in the recipe.
Oh, how sweet.
Yes, and it makes the scones very moist.
I like that.
Very moist.
All right, well, let's get started.
Okay, so we're going to start off with 2 cups of flour, and we're going to put it in a large bowl. We're going to add the granulated sugar, 1/3 cup of sugar, and then we're going to add the baking powder, so it rises, a tablespoon of baking powder.
Of course, here at Serenity Gardens, of course, scones have to be a staple because our scones and tea just go together so well.
Yes, there's always a scone when I have my teas. I serve 3 savories and 3 sweets. It's perfect with tea. So now we're going to add some cinnamon, a teaspoon. We have some ginger, 3/4 teaspoon of ginger. And now a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So these are all the dry ingredients that we need to add at this point.
Okay.
So we're going to whisk them together.
Now, how many does this yield, this recipe?
It yields 14.
Okay. Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, I make it in a scone pan, which you'll see later on.
Okay.
You can also, people can roll it out and make their own triangles, but I use the scone pan.
Great.
Yeah, and it works really nice. So now we're going to add cold unsalted butter, a cup. And you want it cold. Everything for the scone has to be cold, so you don't want to get it out of the refrigerator until
it's time
to make it. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just going to add that in. Now I'm going to use my hands to mix the butter in with the flour. You want to mix it in until it looks like coarse and crumbly.
Okay.
So you have to, it takes a couple minutes.
All right, Mary, we're next with the apples here.
Yep, we're going to cut the Pink Lady apple. We need a cup, so I'm just going to cut off a 1/4 and cut it up and see how much it fills.
Alrighty.
You want to cut it really small because when you put the scone in the pan, it's just easier if the apples aren't cut too big.
Yeah.
It's a really nice, sweet apple to work with, and it just adds such good flavor to the scone.
Yeah, scones are fun. I mean, with all the different jellies, you could use them with them. You know, it's great. The cream and even honey. There's so much you could do with the scone.
Carol, she makes the homemade cream, and my sister Carol, and I call it Carol's cream, and it's so delicious.
Yeah, that's you have real cream.
Yeah,
it's a game changer.
It adds so much. And this weather is such a good time for scones and tea.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, people really love the tea, and I mean, you get booked up so quickly. You have to be fast, right, to make sure you make your reservations.
I am so blessed. I meet so many nice people, and I do get booked up, and it's really enjoyable. Okay, so now we're gonna mix the apples into the dry ingredients. It gives it a nice sweet taste too. I'm just going to make a little well in there, mixing the wet ingredients next.
It's like when you do that with your mashed potatoes for the gravy.
Yes, yes. So now we're going to add the wet ingredients, which is a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and we're going to mix it in a cup of cold cream, and you want to make sure the cream was in the refrigerator and it's very cold.
Okay.
Before we add it to the dry ingredients. So I'm just going to mix it up. So I'm going to pour it into the well.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, just make sure you get all on the bottom.
Yeah, you don't want it all powdery, right?
Yeah, there's some dry areas, so you just got to
a little at a time.
Yep, mix it as you go. Oh, it's starting to smell really good.
Yeah, that cinnamon and
the cinnamon smells wonderful. So now we're going to take our mixture here and we're going to put it in it's good to put it in a buttered scone pan.
Okay.
So that it comes out easily. So we're going to fill up the scone pan halfway, and this will be enough to fill all these triangles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if you didn't have a scone pan, do you actually have to roll it out, or how would you do that?
You have to put a floured surface, and then you can make a dough form and roll it into a ball, and then put it on the flour, and then put it on the pan, and just kind of flatten it out a little bit. They're kind of more like a round.
Oh, I got you.
Almost like a biscuit.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Almost like a biscuit, yeah.
Okay.
Now I try and watch and put the apples in the center more, because sometimes when you're taking it out after it's done baking, it's hard to get the scone out if the apples are in the corners.
Okay.
So now we're just gonna actually make 8 scones today. So what you do is you're going to take the heavy whipping cream, and we got it from the refrigerator. It's nice and cold, and we're just going to top each of the scones with the cream. And you can be generous with it. Just cover it in the corners and cover the entire scone. All this adds the moistness and the sweetness to the scone.
This is probably really a versatile recipe too, like if you wanted to do blueberries or something like that.
Oh yeah, blueberries are our guest's favorite is the blueberries. We make chocolate chip ones, we make chocolate ones.
That sounds great.
Strawberry, you can do so many things. So once you have the cream on, then you can just take your sanding sugar, and we have pink because of pink being galantines and valentines, and just sprinkle it across.
Oh, how nice that looks. Looks so pretty.
It really gives it a nice coloring and very festive. We're going to put them in at 400 degrees, and we're going to put them in for 14 minutes.
Great.
Well, Serenity Gardens is a quaint tea room. Every month we offer a different menu, different variety of teas, and different decor. And we like to serve a minimum of 2 to a maximum of 8. We like to keep it a very intimate setting.
Yes. We do want to reiterate, I mean, you do have events that happen all year, but you know, it's so popular that pretty much a lot of them are filled up even for the year. So
it's getting filled. So
yeah.
If you're interested, definitely call me and we'll see what we have available. I'm just amazed how everybody enjoys it so much when they come here. It really makes my heart happy.
Oh, well, you guys, you just do such a beautiful job. You're so welcoming. Everything's perfect. But let's go around the table and tell everybody what they get.
So for the Valentine menu, we're going to have chicken cordon bleu on croissants. And we have a heart-shaped white pimento cheese sandwich. And then the complement that we have cream of broccoli soup. Of course, we have our Pink Lady scones, which we featured earlier in the show. We have strawberry crisscross cake. And that was my grandmother's recipe, so it's very special. And we have cookie dough truffles. We have a chocolate tea as well as a Valentine tea. Also among here is our other popular teas that people like white orchid and blackberry and raspberries. Again, we're Serenity Gardens, and we're located at 331 West Mahoning Street in Danville. The number's 570-271-1484, extension 2. And we'd love to hear from you.
Well, here's to a great Valentine's Day.
Yes,
Thank you,
well, Jackie. Thank you.